Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. Well, we're making progress, kind of slow, but we're getting there. I got the float switch here mounted and buried. The PVC pipe is ran in the ground and it goes up to the node. Wiring is all in place. I just got to finish hooking up the wiring to the float switch. But I'm also going to do another switch, and I'm going to run a PVC. I'm not going to bury this. This is going to run on top of the dirt here. I'm going to make another hole in the box. Another pipe's going to come down. I'm not going to glue the joints or nothing like that. We're going to have it run to another bucket, and this bucket's going to measure. This particular one is going to be testing if I want the float switch to measure a certain amount of rain. So I'll measure 2 inches from the bottom of the bucket, and then I'll make a hole for my other float switch. Or we can also use this so that if the water level drops below 2 inches, it will trigger. So this is going to be like to measure rain and to check water level, like in a cattle tank, horse tank, pool, whatever. So that's what this is going to be for. So, and this is going to, obviously I can't make holes in the bucket because I don't want the water to leak out. So, and I don't want to bury this pipe. I want to be able to move this bucket. You're probably wondering, why not just run a wire? Why use PVC pipe? Well, unfortunately, I've learned my lesson by doing that. I have animals like to chew on wires. Rabbits, mice, they chew on wires. So I got to use a PVC pipe, no big deal. I got plenty laying around. But I don't want to glue this, so I want to be able to move this, take it apart and move it. If I want to move it that way, I can. It'll just sit on top of the ground. So, and I'll probably do like a 2 inches. I'll probably measure 2 inches from the bottom and then drill a hole for my float switch. And then that can be worked either way. That can be to detect 2 inches of water, or to detect if it falls below 2 inches of water, like a cattle or horse tank. So we're going to be running different configurations for this node. We're gonna have one switch that's going to be like a flood alarm switch, and then we're going to have one that's going to measure, like I just said, the water levels. So that's the plan. So I got to go get some more parts for this, but this one is buried, ready to go. I just got to wire it up, and then I can put the lid on there, and then I'm marking them inside the node here. We'll mark them all real good, and I'm using phone underground, even though I'm putting, and if you're wondering why am I using PVC pipe, well, again, I have animals that will chew on wires, so I have to use PVC pipe. But I'm still using underground burial type of phone wire. And the reason I want phone wire, because I have lots of pairs that I can use for different switches. This is not going to take a lot of current, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's what I'm going to be doing and using. As you can see here, I'm getting things ready here. I'll label them real good, and that way we can start. Once I get this done, I'm going to pull this box off. I got my battery. I'm going to start putting in the solar controller. I got a whole bunch of things I got to mount in here, and then the radio, the solar panel will go on there, and then I got a nice little battery, and we're going to start to get this thing up and running, so that when I start building the interface for this, I can just, all I got to do is come down here, open the door, unplug the cables from the interface board, no tools needed, bring it into the house if I need to, fix a circuit, change a circuit, whatever the case is. I'm going to make this real easy to take in and out of here, and then I just close the door. When I'm done, I'll probably put a plug on the interface board for that purpose. Usually you won't need that. Once once the final product is done, we would just have a screw terminal on it. But for my case, I don't want to be bringing a screwdriver every time I come down here, so I'm going to put a plug on it, and I can just pull the plug, grab the board, and off we go to the races. And I can go in and build it, change it, whatever. So, and then we can test these different configurations of float switches. So that's the plan. So stay tuned. We'll make another video. Any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have yourself a good day.